All right, let's discuss about the just concluded first week of the Premier League match. Remember, the this past weekend the Premier League kick started, and I want to give you a short advice to all the to some of the top teams in the English Premier League. If you are ready to compete at the highest level, or you want to finish at the top four, or you want to get or be a victor in this very 2025-2026 English Premier League season, you guys to do these things I'm going to talk about right now. Number one in the list is going to Manchester City, the noisy rival in the Manchester side. Yes, Manchester City under Pep Guardiola, we know they are very, very good, in keeping balls, keeping possessions. But this weekend, they didn't do it perfectly well. They didn't do it to, the standard they have been doing it before. But that is not the case. Manchester City need to gel very, very well in that team. They need to, work on themselves, to keep more understanding. But I believe Pep Guardiola can actually do that. He made so many adjustments in this very transfer window, and I think with time they are going to gel together. And remember, there's a lot of fatigue for teams that went for Club World Cup. They had a short preseason. So those players bought, before the World Cup, they never had that kind of, team gelling. So there's time for them to prove themselves. Secondly, let's go to the noisy neighbors of the Manchester side, Manchester United. Yes, Manchester United, under Ruben Amorim, they'll give us, and a very good excitement this weekend. One of their best performances, the young man coming into, Corrington Cottage, and he has done well. He has done well this very new season, and I think under Ruben Amorim, if they can continue in this kind of performance and can be able to score goals, I think Manchester United are going to, give more, give good positivity this season to the fans and also to the owners of the club. And I think they are going to work on their midfield. They are going to work on their midfield. The compactness, the compatibility of that midfield is not there. And I think they need somebody like that Carlos Baliba that can, spring up from the midfield. A good holding midfielder, that's a ball carrier holding midfielder, is what Manchester United need, and it's really affecting them. I think, if I don't know whether Manchester United can cough 100 plus, euros in order to buy Carlos Baliba. Carlos Baliba is not up to that region. Only that Brighton are not ready to sell him. And I think Manchester United are going for Lucian Ajume. Lucian Ajume from Sevilla, and I think the guy is also good. The guy can provide that cover in that midfield, and let's see what he can bring to the table. I don't really know him very well, but from the statistics I saw, he is good on the ball. He is good on defensively. He is good in distributing games, and I think area duels and co. He has a good percentage on that, and I think he can actually brought in a good cover in that midfield. Let's discuss about the London, the world champion Chelsea. I think in Chelsea there's many things they need to do in that game, because Crystal Palace was able to hold them with, in a goalless draw. Yes, they need an adjustment in their defense, although their main defender Liverpool is injured, and I think they need one or two signing in order to keep a good defense this season. And remember, if there's no way you can win league without fixing your defense, and it is very, very important for the world champion, the Blues of London. And I think they need that, and they need to do it quickly before the transfer window closes. And also the attack needs to be sharper as it's supposed to be. They need to hasten up in signing Andrew Garnacho, because Jamie Gintis looks so raw in that attacking space, and I think with time he's going to improve. But he need a pressure from the bench that can say, yes, remember I'm here. So don't joke in the field. Yes, another person Another team I need to talk about is Arsenal Football Club. I've said it before that Arsenal, this is their, their last season. This is their last season of winning the Premier League. If they didn't get the Premier League this season, they should forget about it. And the kind of performance they put on against Manchester United, it was so poor. It was not encouraging. A Manchester United side that is rebuilding their presence in the Premier League, you got that kind of poor performance. They survived that 1-0 win by, by luck and by grace. So Arsenal need to work on their performance. They have all the players, they have everything they need to fight for this Premier League. So what they need to do is, self-confidence and determination. That is the only thing that can pull them through in this very league. But if they continue to put on this kind of performance in this league, they are going to fail woefully. They may not even go close to that second runners up they had last season. So the next team is Liverpool. Liverpool, yes, Liverpool did very, very well. I will not say they are not a good side. Liverpool is a fantastic side, but the only advice I have for them is let them work on their defense. They had a defensive problem since pre-season. Liverpool has been conceding goals. They've not had a clean sheet since pre-season. That is to tell you how bad they have been performing on their defense. And also they've had good attackers, they've had good midfield. Maybe because of the lack of presence of a Gravenberch in that midfield, the protection of a defensive midfielder, the presence of that guy, they are really missing him. So for me, they should work on their defensive abilities in the Anfield. Yes, Tottenham Hotspur, they are really, coming out smoking. That is to tell you that top four race is really, really tough. Considering the fact that Tottenham Hotspur has gotten somebody in the name of Thomas Frank, a coach that has experience, a coach that is ready, to carry a smaller team and destroy big teams in the name of Thomas Frank. We can experience what he did against PSG. Nobody gave them that chance. Only that, Spurs, a pig is always a pig. They don't have that willing mentality. They don't have that ability, to contain high pressure, and that's why they lose that Super Cup against PSG. And I think everybody should watch on for Tottenham Hotspur. They will do wonders this season. They should continue playing together, continue gelling together. I believe in Thomas Frank. He can do something positive in that Tottenham team. What do you think about the teams in the Premier League, the top teams in the Premier League that I've mentioned, the likes of Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur? Tottenham Hotspur, yes. What do you have to say about them? Do you think who is going to make top four and who is going to step down? Let me hear you say something in the comment section.